Any one more question?
This is a question for both Meena Kandasamy and Thomas Brooksma. You're both writers and poets, and as well as translators. How do those two roles of being a writer yourself and a translator perhaps inflect each other?
Thank you for that wonderful question. For me, personally, I would not be the writer that I am if I did not also become a translator. And I would not be the translator that I am if I did not also become a poet. And I have learned enormously, deeply from people like Thiruvallur, Avvayar, Andal, about what it means to be a writer, a poet, an author, by translating, by reading and by translating their work. And I have also learned, perhaps even more importantly, from the art and practice and labor of translation, about the art of listening, that Thiruvallur, among other people, speaks so eloquently. Because to translate well, in my experience, you have to listen as deeply as you possibly can. And to be a writer, to be an author of your own work, I also find I have to listen as deeply as I possibly can for that voice that wants to be embodied forth. And so for me, all of these things are deeply interrelated.
Yeah, I couldn't have said it any better than that. So it does feed into each other. But also with Vallur, one of the things that, when you read him early and you imbibe him is that the way is so, the brevity of the form, the way it condenses so many levels of meaning, but also is so sharp in its insight, it allows you to stop with any superfluous writing. So, whether I'm writing fiction, novel, wherever it is, you rein in every sentence. You don't let everything run. And also when I was translating the TIRUKKURAL, actually, one of the things, when I do any translation, I always think that person has to sound like them. So Salma, who is here, has to sound like her. Perumal Murugan has to sound like Perumal Murugan. But with Vallur, I never felt that Vallur has to sound like him, because this poetry was so personal to me. And I think there was a certain clue, or a certain a giveaway for me, which is when he writes Panmaya Kalvan Panimuri Andro Nam Penmai Udaikum Padai. So you understand that, where he says this charmer, and the way he uses words, it breaks into my womanness. And then you know that these words are not normal words, that Vallur is using them very seductively, he's using them very purposefully, he's using them to, literally break into this woman, to make her fall in love. And then when you translate with that in mind, that all of these words are absolute, art of seduction, that what is going on there is to, is what you call riz, or, just appeal. And you work from that, and then I don't think you can go wrong, because that's like a pointer within the text for me that kind of let me know where I had to go. So thank you.
Thank you, one and all.